Right. I'm off to deal with the fate of the planet. Be gentle with them.
Oh, you know me, Mark. Kid gloves, but made from real kids.
Suzume was recommended by one of my long-time supporters. Since the month is wrapping up and I'll be speaking to her on the phone soon, I wanted to share a public review because I'm also heading off to a business trip soon, so my schedule is kind of scuffed. I do enjoy anime and have occasionally covered a few anime films on this channel in the past. Unfortunately, I don't have as much time these days to keep up with new releases or be on the lookout for something that directly speaks to me, and Japanese companies have a strict approach to copyright and fair use, and this makes it tough to include any actual footage without risking a lawsuit. That said, this video feels important to make before my schedule gets too hectic. So, what is Suzume about? Here's a brief summary. In a small town in Kyushu, 17-year-old Suzume encounters a mysterious man searching for a door. She follows him into the mountains and finds a decaying portal amid ruins. When she opens it, other doors begin appearing across Japan, each one tied to potential catastrophes. Suzume is urged to set out on a journey to close these doors before disaster strikes again. Now onto my thoughts. This movie is gorgeous. Some scenes look so realistic. They feel like they were rotoscoped and then layered with anime visuals, creating an immersive and beautifully textured aesthetic. The CGI is also impressively integrated. It's common nowadays for 3D models to be used for large moving objects, cars, trains, etc. Not so much as a stylistic choice, more as a cost-saving method, and this can look jarring next to the traditional 2D animation. But here it all blends very nicely. A lot of attention and care is given to all the abandoned sites throughout the movies where the gates appear. They feel lived in, textured, and the tragedy that happened there is almost tangible despite being animated. From the start, the movie emphasizes the symbolism of keys, locks, and gates. While this sets up Suzume's literal journey in the first half of the film, it becomes more emotionally resonant in the second half. Suzume herself is a very likable character and grounded protagonist, and thus the bonds she forms with the other characters feel heartfelt and authentic. Whether it's with Sota, the man who sets on a quest, the orange delivery girl, the single mother and her kids, or her own aunt. I found the idea of reframing Japan's history with earthquakes as these worm attacks both clever and thematically rich, though I don't think the film fully realizes its potential in that area, as the story subtly shifts to highlight the disasters are never something we face alone, While Sota may have closed gates by himself in the past, we see that it always takes a kind of team effort between him and Suzume, and that is really nice to see. It's giving the message that it takes emotional support, solidarity, and cooperation to truly overcome a catastrophe. I also appreciated the ambiguity around the gates themselves. Where do the gates come from? What exactly is the worm? What lies in the afterlife? And how that came to be. The film resists over explaining, which adds to the mystique and wanting to see more from this universe, personally speaking. In my opinion, I like to think that Suzume's mother might not have died in the conventional sense. Maybe she got lost between worlds. Maybe I'm missing some context, but I do feel like the film leaves just enough space for that kind of interpretation. It wraps up, the film and the story wraps up with a satisfying conclusion for Suzume and the people she meets along the way. But like I said, it also leaves all these questions open, making you want more from this universe. There's one particular twist near the end I especially love, but I won't spoil it here. And because of the evident care that was put into the animation, characters and world building, I'm giving Suzume a strong 9 out of 10. It's beautiful and emotionally resonant film that balances realism with fantasy, and it also kind of stays with you. But I do have to say that while I was intrigued by all these things, the film didn't stay with me as much as Your Name, for example. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this week. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments. Like and subscribe, you know the whole shebang. Helps the channel, helps me producing videos, and see you soon.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Now get the fuck out of my driveway.